Do you have a website or a blog? That is fantastic news. You have put in a lot of hard work. You created great content. Now you want people to see it, right? More visitors mean more success for you. But how do people find your amazing website? Many people use Google to search for things. You want your site to show up in those searches. There are two amazing free tools from Google. These tools can help you a lot. They are Google Search Console and Google Analytics. Let us learn about them. So what is Google Search Console? Imagine it is like a special toolbox. This toolbox is just for your website, and Google gives it to you for free. This tool helps your website talk to Google. It shows you how Google, the search engine, sees your website. Is Google finding all your pages? Are there any problems that stop Google? Google Search Console will tell you. It is like a health report for your website's relationship with Google Search. This is very important for anyone who wants more people to find their site online. Think of Google Search Console as a direct phone line. This phone line connects you straight to Google. It is not for talking with voice, of course. It is for information. Google uses this tool to send you messages. These messages are about your website's performance in search. It also tells you if Google has any trouble understanding your pages. You can also use it to tell Google important things. For example, you can tell Google about new pages you have made. This communication is key to making sure your site gets noticed by the right audience searching for what you offer. Why is this communication so important for you? Well, Google needs to find your website first. Then it needs to understand what your website is about. Only then can Google show your site to people who are searching for topics you write about. Google Search Console helps with all of this. It helps you make sure Google can crawl your site. Crawl means Google's robots can read your pages. It helps you see if Google is indexing your pages. Indexing means Google is adding your pages to its big library. This is the very first most important step to getting seen in search results. One amazing feature of Google Search Console is keyword tracking. What are keywords? Keywords are the words people type into Google. They type these words when they are looking for something. Google Search Console can show you some of these keywords. It shows you keywords that made your website appear in search results. It even shows how many times people clicked on your site for those keywords. This is super useful information. It helps you understand what topics people are interested in. You can then write more content about those topics which people are actively looking for. Another great thing Google Search Console does is check your page appearance. How do your website pages look when they show up in Google search results? Do they have good, clear titles? Is the little description under the title inviting? Google Search Console gives you clues about this. Sometimes, Google might even show you how your page looks to users in search. If your titles are not good, people might not click. If the description is confusing, they might scroll past. You can use this information to make your search snippets more attractive and clickable. Google Search Console is also like a detective for your website. It helps you find errors. What kind of errors? Maybe you have links on your site that are broken. These are called 404 errors. Or maybe Google's robots are having trouble reading some of your pages. These are called crawl errors. Google Search Console will list these problems for you. This is so helpful. You can see the problems clearly. Then you can go and fix them. Fixing these errors makes your site better for users. It also makes it easier for Google to understand your site correctly. All these features help you with SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. It is about making your website better for search engines like Google. Let's use an example. Imagine you have a blog. Your blog is about best foods to try in Nepal. You can use Google Search Console. It will show if people are searching for Nepal food or delicious momos. It shows if your page about Nepali food appears for these searches. If not many people click, maybe your title needs work, or maybe Google is having trouble seeing that page. GSC helps you find these issues and improve your SEO. Now let's talk about Google Analytics. Google Search Console helps people find your site. But what happens after they click and land on your website? That is where Google Analytics comes in. It is another amazing free tool from Google. This tool tracks what visitors do on your website. Think of it as a way to understand your audience. It gives you data about how people use your site. Are they reading your articles? Are they clicking on other links? Google Analytics helps you answer these important questions so you can improve their experience. Google Analytics is all about user behavior. It tells you a story about your visitors. For instance, it shows you which pages on your site they visit most often. It can tell you how long they usually stay on a particular page. Do they read the whole article or do they leave quickly? It can also show you if they visit other pages on your site. or do they leave after just seeing one page? This is called the bounce rate. Understanding this behavior is crucial. It helps you make your website more engaging and more useful for everyone who visits. One of the key features is tracking visitor count. Google Analytics clearly shows how many people visit your website. You can see this daily, weekly, or monthly. Are your visitor numbers going up over time? That is a great sign. It also highlights your most popular pages. Which articles or sections of your website get the most views? This tells you what content your audience loves the most. You can then create more similar content, or you can make sure your most popular content is easy to find and up to date for your new and returning visitors. Let's consider another example. Imagine you wrote an article titled Top Trekking Spots in Nepal. Google Analytics can show you very specific details. It can show how many people read this exact article. It can tell you how long on average they spent reading it. Did they scroll down the whole page? It can also show how they found that article. Did they come from a Google search, or did they click a link from Facebook, or maybe from another travel blog? This information is like gold. It helps you understand what content works and where your promotion efforts are most effective. Google Search Console and Google Analytics are powerful tools on their own, but they work even better when you use them together. They are like a super team for your website. Google Search Console helps you understand how people find your site through Google Search. It focuses on your site's performance before the click. Google Analytics tells you what happens after people click and arrive on your site. It shows you how they interact with your content. When you combine the insights from both, you get a complete picture of your website's journey and user experience. Using them together helps you solve problems and find growth opportunities. For example, Google Search Console might show that a page gets many clicks from Google. That is great. But then Google Analytics might show that people leave that page very quickly. This is called a high bounce rate. This tells you there might be a problem. Maybe the page loads too slowly, or perhaps the content on the page is not what people expected from the search result. By looking at both tools, you can identify this issue and then work to fix it, making your site better. You might be thinking, are these tools hard for beginners? The good news is no. They are designed to be helpful, even if you are just starting. There might be a little bit to learn at first, like with any new skill. But Google provides a lot of help and guides. There are also many simple tutorials online. You do not need to understand everything at once. Start with the basics. Look at 1 or 2 reports. For example, in Search Console, check your popular search queries. In Analytics, check your most visited pages. You will learn fast, step by step. So what is the next step for you? It is simple. Start using these tools. Go and set up Google Search Console for your website. Then set up Google Analytics. Remember, they are both completely free. There is nothing to lose and so much to gain. These tools will give you valuable information. This information will help your website grow. You can get more visitors. You can make your users happier. Your website will perform better, and you will feel more confident. You can definitely do this. Take the first step today.